It's Sunday, it's beautiful outside. I'm dying to do so many things, but there's only so much time left in the day. And I have a lot of housework that I kind of have to do. So let's see how fast I can vacuum and tidy up so I can get outside. I've got some laundry to fold and put away, but that can wait till tonight. Right now, put some meat out to defrost, put my boots on and a jacket because it's a little windy and chilly out there, and go for a walk. I just need to be outside. So, luckily I had time to bake 2 loaves of sourdough this morning before church, but I really needed a vacuum because we left home for the weekend. We went to the Ark and my mom took care of the pups, and they had to come in several times with the rain and the storms while we were away. So my floors were pretty messed up. So I just vacuumed. I'm probably gonna mop later after I'm in for the night. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the daylight while I have a chance. And I've got to fold laundry and cook dinner, of course. I really wanted to make mozzarella cheese and plant my seedlings, but I'm just gonna go on a walk first and see if I have any time to work on the garden. If not, that'll have to wait till tomorrow. So it's the next day, it's a Monday. I am sitting on the porch getting sun. All my boys do math and reading around me. And I'm taking Ivan some water. And I'm gonna go fill up the doggy pool so the dogs can swim. It is that time of year where school is no longer fun and exciting, it's burdensome. Because the weather is so awesome. We want to get chicks today. We want to get our garden in today. We want to be outside today. So that's the plan. It is not warm today at all with the wind. It's very cold, to me at least. So my outfit for the day is jeans and a short sleeve shirt with possibly even a light sweater. But to get sun, I changed, and the wind not blowing on me, it doesn't feel cold at all, but now walking out here, it feels cold. Come on! I'm trying to entice the dogs to get in the doggy pool. So last night, I came home, we were out of town. We took a trip to the Ark in Kentucky for one day, met up with some dear friends there, spent the afternoon, two days with them. It was so fun. We took the camper and they just came to our campsite and hung out the whole next day after the Ark. and then we had dinner together and parted ways. We ended up driving home that night, which wasn't the original plan, but it got us home a day early, which was nice, but at 2 in the morning, which was tiring. So the next day, you know how it is when you get back in town. I had to unpack, organize things. I also got to make mozzarella cheese and just like relax and enjoy a little alone time. You know, campers are awesome, but oh my word, close quarters and no me time. So I don't necessarily need all this me time, but man, it is very refreshing to have morning quiet stillness by myself and late evening quiet stillness by myself. That's all I need. Even if it's just 30 minutes, like it's so wonderful. But in the camper, you know, we're like together from the second you open your eyes till the second you close your eyes. And even like when you're in the bed, everybody's awake, talking, and it's beautiful in its own special way. But after 3 nights, you're like ready to, you know, go back to normal life. So we met a precious family in the campsite, a traveling homeschool family that the dad does some sort of pastoral counseling for churches. I didn't quite understand it, but something like that. And we were like, you guys can park in our property anytime if you are in the area. And he was so excited. So I need to text them today and remind them that that offer is for real, genuine, and they would be welcome here anytime when they're like in areas nearby. So that was our weekend, or our week. And then yesterday was fun. I was hoping to get my garden in yesterday, but I ran out of day. So today we have a fun plan. We're gonna do, I'm getting sun, we're gonna do math. We already read the Bible and they've done their personal reading. After math is done, depending on hunger, we may or may not have a bite to eat, and we're gonna head to the feed store and get us 4 new little chickies. I'm really hoping to get Orpingtons because they are very broody, and I want to raise chicks naturally next year. These hens, none of them are broody breeds. I know that technically any breed can go broody, but the broodier of a breed that you get, the higher your chances are to have a broody hen. So I would love to get some Orpingtons and see if we can get some chicks naturally going, and that would be super, super cool. Wonderful, fun experience. Keep our egg production going strong for next year, because Cinnamon Queens, which is the main breed we have, I recently learned they're excellent layers, but they have 2 to 3 year lifespans. And so usually chickens lay 3-ish years, some breeds more than that, but their actual lifespan is 2 to 3 years. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, most of our flock are Cinnamon Queens. What if they all die next year? You know, then our egg production is going to disappear. So I would love to keep it going by having new chicks. And if they're, you know, our chicks here, that would be super, super fun. And then we'll run into the problem of how many roosters we end up with and what to do with them. My kids are like, we'll butcher them, we'll butcher them. I'm like, you're so country and I'm so city. I can't just butcher beautiful roosters that I raise. Oh, but I know that's what I need to grow to be able to do. So anyway, so that's the plan. We're gonna go get chicks. Also new and exciting, our pool pump is shot, totally dead, done for. So I was gonna replace it and then discovered that they have the salt water converter now for above ground pools for only $60 more. So we got it. So coming Wednesday, this baby will be a salt water above ground pool, and I'm very looking forward to that. So we got 2 Americanas, which we've had before in our first flock. They lay blue eggs and they have blue little earlobes. Then we got 2 cochins,
Yeah.
the little yellow ones. They're gonna have little feathery legs, I think. Or is the other ones?
Yeah.
Yep, they have little feathery legs. So they're supposedly really broody. All of these are supposedly very broody, which was the point, so that next spring we can try to hatch some chicks naturally. And then the little gray ones are blue lace. So they have the beautiful lacy looking feathers, but instead of brown or black, they're like a bluish silver and gray. So that's gonna be beautiful and different. All right, we got our cute new little chickies. I said 4, we left with 6 because it was almost impossible to walk away with only 4. And then I wanted more, of course, but that would have not been good. So we got 6 new little babies. Got some trash to burn. I got some asparagus seeds because I want to go ahead and make a little small asparagus bed somewhere. They take 3 years to harvest. I got some zinnias and marigolds and some green beans. And I wanted strawberries, but they didn't have any, so I'll just see if any friends are selling some starter plants. I'm gonna go to my garden, but first I've got to get some food in the oven. It's 4 o'clock, and I'm gonna watch a few videos on homemade natural chick starter, and I'm gonna go clean the camper because we just used it for our trip. I want to strip the sheets and dust it and get it really clean because we have company coming through town next week, so I want to have it ready for them. Oh, these are the days that it's hard to go inside to do anything like cooking. I love cooking. You guys know I love cooking, but I just want to be outside all day. Oh, I'm gonna burn a little trash. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here that hasn't burned well. I am watering my indoor plants with the whey left over from my mozzarella yesterday. So I'll be filling this with succulents that I'm growing inside. These are all topped off with compost, and I'll probably plant some flowers, wildflowers. I'm not sure yet. These already have wildflower seeds in them, and they're starting to show up a little bit. Tinies. And so do these. And these, but the chickens got in here, so I'm not sure. I may need to go ahead and put some of my marigolds and zinnias in here. Or I could wait until I go to the store and buy some flowers that are already started. And then these I usually have 3 little succulents in, which I'll probably buy because I don't have enough succulents to plant in those plus that. So that's in the works. And then I've got my flower baskets pulled out of the shed, but I need the coconut hair lining, and I'll hang those on those 2 hooks and that hook over there. And I'll probably do zinnias in those. And I've got my hummingbird feeder out and my hummingbird swing already because we've already got hummingbird action. Pretty soon though, they will be nesting and they'll disappear for a couple of weeks and then they'll be back. So far I've seen 2 full throat ruby throat males and 2 females, so I'm pretty excited. I love when the hummingbirds come back. This is the most glorious time of the year, you guys. I'm headed over there right now. Things don't look too happy out here. I've got some red lettuce. I've got some bok choy that I saved the seed for last year, so I've got 4 there. 5, 6, 7, and these snow peas, they were happy and beautiful inside, but barely produced anything once I moved them out here. This is garlic from last year, and my kale looks sad. I just feel like everything looks sad. So I'm hoping that now when the temperatures get warmer, everything will just like get happy. These potatoes keep on popping up from last year. This is not, there's 1, 2, 3 potato plants. Some, I think that's cantaloupe, one tomato here, another tomato there, a few tomatoes here, but they look so sad. And all of this bed was filled with peppers and jalapenos, but the dogs jumped in and dug it all out, which is really annoying. And all the green you see was freshly cut grass. This is lavender from last year. Don't know if it'll come back or not. That is mint from last year. And over there is some lemon balm, but it has not started yet. I planted... I'm going to plant all my herbs here, my culinary herbs, and I have one tomato plant that didn't fit on the other bed. And the compost is still an effort. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, and my little wildflower butterfly garden. I've got some wildflowers popping up. I've got, this whole section is weeds. Ivan has to come around and do that. But I've got those flowers and some milkweed popping up, some... what is that called? Gladiolus popping up. So before it gets too filled up with the stuff I want to keep, I gotta come weed this stuff. And some flowers are already starting. I've decided on patty melts for dinner, so that means we will definitely go through the bread we have left. So I'm gonna pull my sourdough starter out, feed it now, make the dough around 8 or 9, and bake the new loaves tomorrow morning. This is the mozzarella I made yesterday. So I'm griddling some sourdough bread on some grass-fed butter and melting some mozzarella on it. I've got our grass-fed local organic beef patties in the cast iron. And I'm going to saute 2 whole organic onions to top these yummy melty patty melts with the onions. And I'll probably make some green beans or broccoli as our side item. And this is an easy family favorite. Definitely not the leanest meal, but it's all homemade, organic, local meat and ingredients. So it makes me feel better because the quality is so good. Well, the only thing I did not get to do today, I'll give you one guess. What's the one thing that always doesn't happen when the day gets too busy? Exercise. So I didn't get to exercise. But we got chicks, I did the laundry, the house is clean, and I got to go on a beautiful long walk with Hector right now. And the day and the weather has been beautiful. It was a restful, peaceful Monday. I gotta get some bread going. Forgot about that. And I have to message one person that I was supposed to message hours ago. So I appreciate you guys coming along with me on this joyous, cheerful day in the life. God bless you guys, and see you next time.